Hi guys, That Girl Gamer here. Show you a little bit more about crafting professions. Basically, as long as you have, and forgive my inventory, let's see, as long as you have mining picks, you actually have to equip them, so they'll actually be in your hero tab. Sorry, pulling all kind of things up. Oh, not to just again. Where your equipment things is, you'll see I have iron sickles, I have iron logging axes, and I have iron mining picks. So basically, to mine iron or anything lower than iron, you would need an iron mining pick. And basically, you just click on it. You don't have to train for mining or anything. As long as you have the pick, you'll mine it.
Yes,
you actually get
I
experience for mining. And you can collect all your mining things. This is the World v World tab. Basically, the better your server's doing in World v World, the better bonuses and things that you will get. We actually have an 18% gathering buff, so it'll actually give us extra stuff when we're gathering and things like that. So the same would work with harvesting herbs and plants and trees and things like that. You would just need the sickle to do herbs and the
Back me up!
and this is a little bit my engineering. I'm not sure how engineering combat works. Actually, I don't have my flamethrower, so I can't show you my flamethrower.
Accelerating!
But engineer is probably one of my favorite classes. I absolutely love it. And then you can see she's Shuren. I really like really like these Shuren. Remember how in the Necromancer 6 was that pet? This is actually, because I'm an engineer,
Getting healthy.
elixir, and it pretty much heals. So yeah, that's my engineer, and then I'll show you a little bit more about the crafting. So I'm actually going to go to this way. I'm going to go to Lion's Arch, which is the main city in the game. It's kind of like your neutral area. It's where all the portals are, so it'll take you to the different starting areas. So even if you are Assuran, if you don't like the starting Assuran area, or you need to complete more maps, more parts of the maps and things like that, you would actually go to Lion's Arch, and you would actually do that. This top part up here, you can see on the map, you got jeweling, armor smithing, cooking, leatherworking, artificing, huntsman, weaponsmithing, and tailoring is over there. So basically, you'll decide what kind of crafting would most benefit your class. For an engineer, since I am medium armor class, I picked leatherworking, and because I use guns and pistols and things like that, I picked up huntsman, which is they make bows, arrows, things like that. So I picked two useful things. Also, leatherworking will make these like leather backpacks, so you're good on bags and things like that. And they also make these things called ruins, which will buff your armor. Give you extra power and things like that. You can also make these oils, which will give you like buffs, 10 experience to your kills.
Nice to see you.
They give you other random buffs and things like that. I'm going to show you how salvaging works. Basically, this is kind of like your general crafting area. I'm going to find the shop. I'm going to go over here to the huntsman crafter. So basically, this is the trainer. You would go up to him and you'd be like, hey, look, I want to learn huntsman. So he'll teach you huntsman. If you need supplies, he'll sell you things that you'll need for your crafting. He'll also sell salvage kit. This is kind of where you would buy your mining picks and things like that. So I'm actually going to buy
latrines? No.
Some cheap salvage kits to show you a little bit about salvaging. Recipes for better armor, things like that.
Don't ask me if anything lives.
You'll notice they all require karma. Then you can sell all your junk. You always want to make sure you sell junk because you don't need junk. If you need to buy anything back, but that's all junk. You don't need any of that. So basically, to salvage, these bags. If you ever receive a supply bag, it's usually stuff that you'll need for your profession, so make sure you keep all of this stuff because you'll need it when you level profession. Chocolate bars and stuff like for cooking, butter for cooking, but see these small totems, these vials of blood, things like that, you actually will need that to help level your crafting.
Such might!
So I'm going to deposit all collectibles, so it'll send it to my collectible bank, and I'll compact my bags. So that everything's kind of in the same area. So basically you just click on the salvage kit, click on the thing, and it'll give you your basic components. Salvaging, I think, gives you 1/3 of the components of what you would put into an item. And it's your basic components will give you I'm gonna go ahead and salvage everything. What you want to salvage is completely up to you. I mean, if you want to vendor everything, by all means, vendor everything. I like to salvage everything. It'll help with your professions and everything like that. But like I said, it's completely up to you what you want to salvage, what you want to sell, what you want to keep, everything like that. I recommend, salvage the junk pieces and things like that. As far as armor, sell what's gonna sell. But if you need a specific thing, like I always salvage cloth items because cloth sells really well, and people need it to make bags and things like that. But like your leather stuff, your woodworking stuff, most of that does not sell very well, so I tend to just throw that away. Well, sell it to a vendor, not throw it away. And if you get higher up in crafting, you'll want to salvage kind of like your exotics and your rares and things like that, so you get higher end crafting materials. This is a leatherworking station. So pretty much you have to actually go to the station to craft the leatherworking station. So I'll show you kind of what it looks like. This brings up your crafting, not very high. And I'll show you kind of all the different things that you can make with crafting. You can go to the discovery panel and you can just put random stuff in here. And it'll kind of tell you, hey, you'll need one more item in this goal. Well, you'll learn something new. There's actually, I'll put a link in my description to this video that'll show you every single possible thing that you can craft, and it'll let you know if it's an automatic thing or if it's a discovery. Discovering stuff will get you a lot more crafting points, and crafting points also get you a ton of experience too. So you want to make sure that you are leveling your crafting. Each profession, if you level it from 1 to 400, will get you 10 flat levels. So it's level based. So the higher level you are, the more experience you're going to get, but it's percentage based. So if you want to get those 10 levels early, you'll get them early. If you want to save them till later, you can get them later. As far as professions, some of the easiest things to level, cooking was fairly simple to level. They kind of nerfed it a little bit, but if you've got the money to do it, you can actually power level cooking. Artificer is actually pretty easy to level too, because if you just discover and make all the potions, that's relatively easy to level. Your tailoring, your leatherworking, your huntsman, they're okay to level. They're pretty hard. They require a lot of materials. And then your hardest, of course, is going to be your weapons and your armor smith. Those require a lot of materials and a lot of farming. But if you're really good with making money, you can actually buy everything off of the trading post. But it does cost a lot of money. You can kind of see like the different stations and everything like that. Now say that you pick up, let's say that you picked up huntsman. And you're like, I don't want to be a huntsman anymore. I want to be a jewel crafter. Jewel crafter is over here. So basically you would just go to the jewel crafter and talk to her.
How's it going?
And be like, hey, please teach me to be a jeweler. And she's gonna be like, okay, you can only have two crafting professions. So basically, you'll deactivate one, and it'll automatically teach you how to be a level 1 jeweler. Now, if you've already now say that you do your jeweling, you level your jeweling up, and you're like, this is not really helpful to me. I want to be a huntsman again. So basically you would go back to the huntsman, hey, I want to relearn huntsman, and what he'll do is he'll charge you a certain amount. So if it's your first time, it's a couple of silver. The more times you switch and drop and the higher level you are in the profession, the more silver it's going to cost you. But basically you would just go to him, pay the little fee, and you will pick up your profession right back where you left it off. So if you were at 200
Hey, which way to the outhouse?
before you
We
dropped
don't
it, when you pick
have
it back up,
outhouse.
you'll still be at 200 and you'll be good to go.
Like latrines?
Also, from these little crafting stations are really nifty because you can look at your bank. So this is your bank tab. I actually, when you start out the game, you only get these first 3 slots. I actually I used real money, don't tell anyone, to buy this slot because I am a bankaholic. I like to have lots of bank space. I like to keep everything. You never know when you're going to need it. You never know when somebody else is going to need it. So I tend to have a lot of things handy for other people, for my guild, things like that. So yeah, this is pretty much my bank. It's kind of a mess. Got some important stuff, some not so important stuff. You have to manually slide things over to it, so it doesn't auto stack stuff either. And if you're trying to split stacks, basically what you have to do is wait, no, you have to alt and then pull it to a how long is this one? I don't remember how to split stacks. Let me see if somebody in my guild remembers. I don't remember. I thought it was alt and then just pull it to an empty slot. Maybe it's not doing it with that. Let me try something else. Ah, there we go. So yeah, that was right. It just doesn't do it in the bank. Or maybe it just doesn't do it. Okay, it doesn't do it with salvage kits. So basically, if you want to split stack something, you would alt click on it and you would pull it, and then it'll say how many you want to put. 1. It'll move 1. Do you want it to be 20? 20. It'll auto split the stack in half, but then you can change like the quantity that you want to put over. Also in the little tab, so you can view your bank. You can also view your collectibles. This is kind of like a separate bank. This is where most of your crafting materials is gonna go. As you can tell, I have a ton of crafting materials. I could probably sell a good bit of this stuff, but you still need a lot of it. Basically, this is all your cooking, crafting materials, and let's just say this butter. I want to sell this butter, so I'm gonna withdraw it out of my thing, put it in my bag. What else sells really well? Chocolate, I think. Chocolate over here. So yeah, this is gonna be all your ore, your basic materials, your cloth, and it's also split into like tiers. So this top part is like your level 1 ores, things like that. This will be your level 2 and your level 3, and then the more rare materials are gonna be at the bottom, like your rare ores, your rare wood, things like that. Your rare cloth, things like that. Same for these. These are your rare components that you'll need. You need a lot of them, so I highly recommend holding on to all of this that you get. Do not vendor them. Do not sell them until you're sure that you don't need them. You'll need a lot of dust. A lot of materials require this like glittering dust. You get that usually from killing like ghosts and things like that. Your claws you get from, you know, animals that have claws. Your fangs you get from animals that have fangs, scales, things like that. Your totems you'll get from like shaman, NPCs, things like that. Your venoms are from anything that would be venomous. And then I'm not really sure where the bloods come from. A lot of things will drop the vials of blood. Lots of animals will drop that. But yeah, basically, when you start out, most of your professions will only need like 3 per item. You may have to craft like 20 items. So you're looking at a good 60 of these. But as you get it higher, it starts requiring like 8 of them or 15 of them, so it's good to have a good bit of it. I know it looks like I have a lot, but I really don't have a lot. This is all your higher end stuff. And this is actually your bank and your collections is actually account wide. So I mean, I'm only level 20, but I have Orc Halcomore and I have mithril bars and things like that. I actually got those on my level 80, but whenever you deposit them in here, you know, so all your characters can use it, it's all universal. Same thing with your bank, it's all universal. But yeah, so that's basically how crafting works. Like I said, there'll be a link in the description. I'm gonna try to put up some crafting guides on my site, so just be on the lookout for that. If you have any questions, any tips, just leave me a comment, and I will try to help you guys as much as I can. See you guys in the next video.